Hey everybody, Shane. Do a real quick video here and really just elaborate on a few points. I was texting with a buddy of mine named Mike earlier. He's asking me some questions about whether I hunted with the 223 or what caliber I use for deer hunting. And his question stemmed from a short. He had seen a short video clip he had seen I made using this particular rifle. So this particular rifle is my go-to for deer hunting right now, whether I'm going hunting or I'm taking a child out. So this is a 300 blackout built on an AR-15 platform. The reason I like this particular setup is the 300 blackout I feel performs very well against the deer here in central Kentucky. It's plenty of caliber. You will typically get an exit wound with it, which makes the track a lot easier, especially if you're dealing with a child and maybe the shot placement isn't perfect and that track is vital and some blood sign. Shot deer at the 223 or 5.56, and sometimes the blood trail you get is either non-existent because the bullet fragmented inside the animal, or it's such a small exit hole you get very little blood to trail. So this particular rifle, I use a stock I was introduced to at work. Fab Defense is what we use there. It actually allows you to hold a magazine inside. So I buy 5-round magazines. You can actually store it inside the stock, especially with a child. This example of safety is important. Lets me walk to the blind or stand wherever I'm going to hunt that day empty. Once we get there, we can then remove the magazine from its storage compartment, insert it, and we're ready to hunt safely. So one of the reasons I went with this particular platform, the AR-15, not an AR-10, is weight and versatility. I have other uppers that will fit on this lower. So with the AR-15, most of you are probably familiar. You can push a couple of pins out. It's a little cold out here. My fingers aren't working the best today. And it's very simple to change out an upper and put it on this lower. So it's simply less expensive. I have one lower that fits a variety of uppers, and I can then build an upper in whatever caliber I want. So actually a couple years ago, ammo was really hard to find, and I did not have a very good stockpile of 300 blackout. What I could find was ridiculously expensive, and it was ammo I didn't like. So that year, I didn't hunt with 300 blackout, I hunted with 223. So simply popped the upper off the lower and hunted with a 223. I just put a 223 upper back up on it. One thing I do is I actually have different scopes that are zeroed to the different uppers. You could, to save money, hunt with one scope and just transfer it from upper to upper as you remove them and put them on the different lowers. But ammo is expensive, and eventually the cost of the ammo that you're going to have to shoot to check and validate that zero every time you move it is eventually going to outpace the cost of just buying another scope. So if it takes 10 rounds to check a zero on a scope, if you've moved it over to a fresh upper, then maybe you only need a couple of rounds to just validate it if it's just been in storage for a while. So eventually, and right now ammo, 300 ammo is about $1 a round. So as you can figure, it's not going to take many transfers of the scope before simply buying another scope and shooting less ammo to check the zero on it is more cost efficient in the long run. So a buddy of mine hunts up north a lot. He uses a 450 straight wall cartridge. In the north a lot, you're seeing some of the northern states go to a straight wall rifle cartridge, where in the past they'd only allowed slugs. He does the same thing. He's got an AR-15. He just changes the upper out, puts a 450 upper on it when he hunts. So I hope that helps somebody out. Versatility. This is also a lot lighter than the AR-10 platform. One of Mike's questions was he was considering the AR-10. This is a lot lighter. It gives you a lot more versatility. AR-10 is great. I don't own one. I have shot them, but they're a full-size rifle. They're a heavy rifle for anything I have in that size cartridge. I prefer a hunting-style semi-automatic or a bolt-action rifle just for weight purposes. So I hope this helps somebody out. Thank you for watching.